collision with purpose, in pursuit of purpose.
Greetings, friends of the A Collision with Purpose movement, and welcome to Bridging Generations, Voices of Men in a Changing World. I am Dr. Laxley Stephenson. This groundbreaking podcast delves into the multifaceted experiences of men across different generations in an area where societal norms and expectations rapidly evolve. This show offers young and older men a unique platform to voice their challenges, triumphs, and perspectives. Come on, Juan, talk to me.
Look, so Doc, I do want to say this for our listeners. You know, each episode aims to foster understanding and bridge the gap between generations, exploring themes ranging from masculinity and mental health to career dynamics and personal relationships. What I love about this show most is that it brings together voices from varied age groups, and the show sheds light on the commonalities and differences in the male experience and encouraging open dialogue and mutual learning, which is so necessary for today. So whether it's a teenager grappling with the pressures of social media or a senior reflecting on the changing definitions of manhood, bridging generations to our audience, we are committed to uncovering the real stories of men navigating the complexities of a changing world. I, of course, am one of your co-hosts, Juan Marcel, here tonight with Dr. Stephenson. What's going on? What's new?
And so much is going on. You know, I'm getting over the last show, still working through the last show we had when we celebrated life.
Yes.
We celebrated you.
Yes.
And what a show we had. What a celebration.
It was. I left full and refreshed. It was awesome. It was awesome.
That's what this is all about, right? Just hand off that flower while we can, right? And while you're here to receive it. And that's exactly what we did. You had your moms on, you had friends on, you had people watching and just sharing wonderful things, saying wonderful things about you. How did that make you feel, man?
Man, it made me feel appreciated. You know, it feels like to be appreciated and seen and loved. It was a great feeling. It really was. It really was. I appreciate that opportunity and that platform to do that, to receive that, I should say.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know, you sitting in that chair, that's exactly what you would do. You just hand it out, give it away, right? It's not yours.
Absolutely.
Give it. Just hand it to the person who deserved it and earned it. You know, I tell you, one of the highlight too was listening to that powerful speech.
Yes.
And that was your first time hearing it, right?
That was the very first time I heard the speech from that night.
It was mine too.
I was like, wow.
well, that's the response that I've been receiving. You know, wow, that was a powerful speech. You really drove it home. You delivered, and you know, your speech really showed why you are one of the participants, one of the collaborators in that book, A Collision with Purpose in Pursuit of Purpose. Your story, man, you have that story and you shared it, and your story is making such a difference. Your mom said something. Your mom said something that she encouraged you and your siblings to go out there and talk about your pain, talk about what is not working. Just talk, because you talking about it can only do one thing, and that it can only make a difference in another person's life, and that is what you do. You've committed to that, so that's powerful stuff. Powerful stuff.
Yeah, you touched on something I was actually going to speak about. But yeah, that moment of transparency, you know, of being just, as you would say, real, you know, real talk, and being vulnerable. And I had to grow to become comfortable with it. As we talk about telling our story. And so that moment is exactly what that was about. You know, I got to where I am today, being bold enough to tell my story.
That was awesome. That was awesome. But what is happening today? What transpired since then? I know you had your birthday week, and you're probably still celebrating your birthday, right?
Yes.
It's never ended.
It's all month. And
it's about celebrating life, and every day should be celebrated. Every single day. So your birthday, while it's a highlight because it's that turning point, you know, celebrate each and every day, every hour, every day. Just do it, man, because you deserve it. You earned it. And by you celebrating, you're also showing others that they can do it as well. Yeah. So that's what's up. So we have a show tonight. You know, first, let me welcome our viewers, listeners, wherever you are. We're on. You will notice that we're missing a couple of our hosts. They're out on assignment doing what they do. You know, one is Augusta is traveling, and Xavier is out doing his thing. Hopefully, he will get the opportunity to jump on. You know, we miss not having them, of course, but they say the show must go on. So on we go. On we go. And we have a show tonight. We have a guest on tonight. I'm not going to give it away. You'll get an opportunity to introduce her, and I'm looking forward to a warm, candid conversation with her. I had the opportunity to listen to her and talk to her a little bit while she was, before we started, and interesting.
Yes. Absolutely is. I'm excited about it. Somebody else, that's bold enough to share their story. So I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. So what else is happening, Juan? What you got going on? How's your commitment going?
So when it came to the work with the guys, the young boys, was during the school year. So our school year is actually ended. A lot of teachers and educators are out there probably excited about that. It has ended for the summer. However, we do have a couple of camps and some tutoring opportunities that we are offering and providing to our community. So I've just been in and out of the office working on getting everything together as far as like communication and scheduling for that. Still out here pushing, my personal business and everything else, doing it scared, doing it anyway, just stepping out there and being courageous in my own endeavors. So that's pretty much what's been going on. I've started some writing some literature, looking forward to, finishing up some work that I started some time ago, getting these books and this literature and everything completed. So that's what's going on.
I'm excited for you. And I can't wait to see the end product. Because I know it's about your life. It's about who you are.
Absolutely.
That right there is enough for it to be compelling, for it to resonate, and for it just to do what it's intended to do. Can't wait.
I'm excited. Look, and you just have you walking with me with the push and the challenge, like come on, get it done. So that's helpful.
Yeah, talk about pushing. Talk about pushing. You know, you said something about holding an office somewhere soon.
Yes.
Yes, that's something. That's a big thing. That's something we really need to pursue, and I want you to know that you have my support 200% with that.
I appreciate that. You know, I years ago, I think probably when I first started in education, and I was just getting familiar with the school community and the setting and everything, and just learning. I realized that from when I was in school up until at that point, and even now, the conventional traditional way of education, it's not working. And so I became really intrigued with what's being taught to our students, our children, and how it's being taught. And a desire then to get to one of those seats, to get in one of those seats, whether it's the Board of Education, city official, but definitely around education, all of that. So it's the plan. That is the plan. It matters what goes on in the classroom and what's being
It's
taught.
not just a plan that is going to lay dormant. It's a plan that will be implemented, executed
Yes,
with the right results.
absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
So that
Get
is
the
what
seats.
that must happen, right? Because it needs to happen because it's going to make a huge difference. With you holding a seat where decisions are made is what it's all about. Sitting at that table. And you know, we accept nothing less. That's what we're all about. And this show, we're all about bridging generations. It's the voices of men in a changing world. And we must adapt and do what we need to do to function as men in this changing world. And that's what we're talking about here right now. That's what you're looking at doing.
Absolutely.
Changing your situation so you can help others to realize positive changes as well. So that's what's up, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, you know, we have a guest waiting, patient. I can see her smiling. And we're not going to keep her waiting much longer. We're going to take a quick break and we're going to bring her on so we can have this conversation. So let me get this right and get us to break here. All right. And then we'll bring her on the way we bring our guests on this platform. Right.
Absolutely.
A collision with purpose. In pursuit of purpose.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
We're back.
We're bridging generations and we're voices of men. But tonight it's not going to be all men, right?
No, it is not. It is not going to be all men tonight.
You know, it's awesome to bring that energy in here.
Yes.
So while that male energy on this platform is what it's about, it's always a good mix.
Absolutely.
To bring on. a female, a woman's voice, a lady. And so,
Yes.
do you want to do the honor of bringing her on?
Yes. So before I bring on our distinguished guest, I'm tell you just a little bit about her. Her name is Tiffany Young. She is an inspiration to so many. She is a ball of energy, as you all will see. She is the owner and operator of the Pink Hotel in Atlanta. This company specializes in birthday parties, events, and more. She's actually been on this entrepreneurial experience for over 16 years. You know, we've been talking about building legacy and the impact of entrepreneurship, and she definitely is leading in both of those areas. She affectionately is known and has been given the title the Glory Teller. She was named. This name was given to her by Sarah Jakes Roberts. We all know her, T.D. Jakes' daughter. So they call her the Glory Teller. She's from Louisiana. She graduated from Valdosta State with a degree in marketing, and she has a passion for people and purpose. She has a son. His name is Carter. So what she does, when we talk about building legacy, just soaring with entrepreneurship, she does for this young man named Carter. So without further ado, I want to bring on my friend, the great Tiffany Young. Drum roll.
Ooh.
Hello, everyone.
Tiff.
Hi, Juan. Hi, Dr. Stephenson. How y'all doing tonight?
Awesome. Your smile just bright up the screen.
Well, that intro was something. I love it. Thank you.
And I know we love it as well, you know. So welcome to the show, Tiffany.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. I know when Juan's name popped up on my phone to ask me to come, the first thing I responded was yes.
Mm.
I didn't even know what he wanted yet. But Juan,
She didn't.
I didn't. I said, "Hey, Juan, hope your day was." I think I said, "Hope your day was great," and yes.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
sometimes you just need a yay and amen.
Yes.
You know
She
what
made
I
it so
mean?
easy. Yes.
Yeah, because something should be freely you were given, freely you should receive.
Yep.
So sometimes it needs to be just that easy. Just, I tell people all the time, sometimes God just wants you to put your feet on the ground. Like Juan always says, just ask.
Yes.
It ain't rocket science and it ain't hopscotch. Just say, Lord, order my steps today, please. I'm trying to live as holy as I can. Just blow me where you want me to go. And when I saw his name on that phone, I said, I don't know what he needs, but I know where God's blowing my feet today. So it's a yes.
And yes, and we received. So we were so happy to have you on the show. Glory Teller.
I want to hear about the Glory Teller.
Oh my!
Tell me more about the Glory Teller.
I just like to tell the glory in my story.
Mm.
I have no desire to be. We're all ministers, but I have no desire for a pulpit or to be a minister. I want to serve. I just want to be the little lady where my husband might be preaching and he says, honey, go to Psalms 44. And I say, thus saith the Lord. I want to be the Bible lady. I just want to be off in the corner. People who have a call in their life, a fire in their life, sometimes they just want to be a lamb, not a lion.
Mm.
But this right now, I'm in my lion season. It ain't lamb time.
Tell us about this lion season.
Come on, guys. It's too many people to save, Juan. It's too much word to get out, Juan. What are we doing with our time?
We got to be ferocious.
I was telling somebody earlier. She said, "What's good to watch on Netflix?" I wouldn't know. I only watch TV in the shower just to make sure I stay in there long enough because I'm already trying to get out to do something else. I read 4 hours a day. An hour before I put my feet on the floor. 30 minutes while I'm eating lunch. In my car on the way home, 45 minutes, I'm listening to the word. An hour, sometimes 2, when I'm in the bed before I go to sleep. Sometimes 3, because when you sleep by yourself, he has your total attention. See, a lot of people complain about sleeping by themselves. I'm not by myself. He talks to me all night, keeps me up, actually. I'm sorry, y'all probably have questions. Y'all don't want to know about this
Keep talking. Keep
because
talking. That's
I'm
all.
telling you, it's when you eat, live, breathe, and sleep it'll haunt you at night. It'll haunt you during the day. I can't even get mad in traffic because I gotta say that's God blew that car that way today. Who are you to say they were going too slow? Maybe you going too fast. I mean, it's just that real to me. And you know, my friends, my family tired of hearing me talk about it. So I'm glad one calls. I get to tell y'all.
Now you have a whole new audience, right?
They don't want to hear this no more. So, but yes, I just like to tell the glory in my story. Some things I haven't heard the glory in it yet. You know how some things that happen to you in your life and you still don't know why? You still don't know where the glory gonna come from yet. You just gotta wait it out. January is different from November. Dates and times. What you thought was a setback was a failure in January. It's a win in November.
It's them waiting seasons when you have to wait.
Come on. Yes. What are you doing while you wait? That's the question. What are you doing while you can't do nothing? See, when you're not busy and you're not on task, you get in trouble. I tell my son, you know, he wants to talk to me when I get on the phone. He wants to ask me for a snack when I'm on the phone. And this whole time I'm telling him to wait. But he anxious. And then he goes and gets it anyway because he assumes I would say yes because he can't get a yes right now. But when mama hangs up that phone, I'm bringing the fire. Because you should have waited.
Yeah.
And if you would have waited, you would have got what you wanted, probably more. But now put it back and go to bed. Now you got to get the fire. What obedience is better. So while we're waiting for God to touch our business, waiting for him to touch our marriages, touch our bodies, touch our finances, we need to seek him. We need to be reading. We need to be sowing. What are you doing when daddy is away? Will the cat play? I work with a lot of teens, and sometimes they're teen mothers and fathers. And they said, well, I was bored. You got a whole baby because you're bored. Some of us got other babies because we were bored. We got debt. That's a debt baby. We was bored. We got actual babies because we was bored. Our purpose is further set behind because we was bored. We decided to party a little bit longer, sleep a little bit long. I'm sorry, you guys go. Juan, you're supposed to kick me under the. Is there a flashing light?
No, you speaking.
We're not flashing the light today. One said he wanted you to talk, and you're talking, and you're sharing. But I want you to tell me about the university.
Ooh.
Entrepreneur University. That sounds like something that is exciting. Man. It's doing great work. So can you talk to us about Entrepreneur University? What is that all about?
Well, Entrepreneur University is a nonprofit I started because I wanted to teach teens how to be entrepreneurs. I wanted them to give a purpose with their hands early. Ages 10 to 18, I want them to know how to change tires, know how to clean, know how to cook and bake and to have a skill just in case. Because there's going to come a time in their life where the word says the letter killeth, the spirit makes strong. Your degrees and your education and your record may not allow you to do what you need to do. But guess what? Your purpose can. It always will. So I try to encourage them early on in life to find out what they like to do and get them doing it. We don't want them bored. We don't want them idle. So get them to purpose as soon as possible is my goal. And I'm very appreciative of Juan. Juan is on the board there and he helps me whenever he can. And I appreciate it because they need us. We should panic. When you see teenagers walking with book bags and saggy pants during school hours, we should panic. Where are they going?
Yeah.
Why aren't they driving? Do they have money? Will they encounter law enforcement on the way? Do their parents know where they are? See, we should ask these questions in our minds. We should be, because these are our children. And there's so many foundations out there for dogs and pets and, to make sure that they're safe and nobody. We have something else that's going to bark louder than a dog. That's going to bite deeper than a dog. And that's our youth who don't have their purpose.
Yeah.
They're going to cry out and we're not going to like it. I want to get ahead of that. One thing I love about God is it says that he is our strong tower, our fortress. This is a place for us to be safe. But when we step out of that fortress, we're in trouble.
Yeah.
When that's why your mama tried to give you all the knowledge she can while you're in her house. Because she knows when you step out, the enemy is waiting. So when I see these teens stepping out, the enemy is waiting. I want to give them another fort. Sometimes they don't have it at home. I got one for you, and his name is Christ. And if you stay within his fortress, there's safety. And they need to know that early.
Yeah.
And that's what Entrepreneur University is about.
So, we've been talking about building a legacy, Tiffany. And well, let me ask you this. Just in considering what you have, did we lose her?
And just her video. She'll be back.
Okay. Yeah, so this aesthetic entrepreneur university is big.
And of course, you're a board member, so you're very familiar with the work, the vision, the mission, and the achievements.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Seeing these teens come in and learn skills is definitely rewarding.
And what did you say the age group was again? From
so we've had, I think the youngest has been 11, 12.
11, 12. And where do
they come in by in droves, man.
They come in. The numbers are high. And where are they coming from?
So the pink right now, the location that we use for the trainings and the classes, the courses. There she is. She's back.
Yes.
She will tell us. So you're a board member. Tiffany, we're talking about the work you're doing, at the university.
Mm-hmm.
And we're talking about the numbers, the population count. One was saying that it's very high.
Yes.
They come. So I was wondering where are these kids from?
They're coming from all over Atlanta. I'm in Gwinnett County, and a lot of them are coming from the south side of town. Right now, probably 80% of our budget is transporting them to us because they're coming, and I don't turn anyone down. They're coming from all over. So, and we have more kids than we do donations. And kids like to eat. And, we want to reach them. So, we need Zaxby's instead of Subway every weekend, so we always appreciate, that. But kids like food. That's why I want to teach them to use their hands because Chick-fil-A is not cheap. Zaxby's is not cheap. Uber Eats is not cheap. So once they get a taste of making money and earning and they can order their own food, it just gives them a sense of pride.
So Tiff, talk to us about some of the courses that are taught, and some of the skill sets that they are slated to acquire and gain through the program, the university.
Well, we have over 32 courses. We allow them to choose 5 that they like, and then I add in 2. Most popular, of course, is cosmetology. The girls like to learn how to do makeup and hair and nails. The boys love music, producing, cooking is very popular. I do require them all to learn cleaning 101. Because, of course, nobody wants to clean. Nobody wants to clean up what they messed up. And that's the first thing we need to learn about life, period. You got to clean up what you mess up. So my first lesson is we want to make your bed before you go to school every day. And, you know, my kids will say, oh, my mom says I can just wait until I get home. Yeah, but why not do it in the morning? Because you slept good. You had free Wi-Fi, air conditioner, a roof, food, clothes. What a better way to say thank you than to just, yes. Yeah. See, I was 14 ironing my mama's uniform in the morning, her nurse uniform, starting the coffee pot. Those are things that you do to show that you love someone and appreciate what they're doing for you. The word says, by love and kindness have I drawn you to me. Isn't it loving that you got a roof? Isn't it kind that you got a blanket? Isn't it wonderful that your mama is even home when you get ready to go to school? She's not on third shift. So love and kindness should draw you to make your bed, to ask her what she needs before you leave the house, to ask daddy, what does he need? You need your, well, I'm from a different age. We would shine shoes. What you need, daddy? We would pack his lunch. And I had a good stepdad. I'd pack his lunch, put a little note in there, because by love and kindness has he drawn me. And kids nowadays are missing that. So we cleaning 101. That's, hey, before you wake up, when you wake up in the morning, it's time to be grateful right there by taking care of what you're given.
Gratitude, right?
Yes.
Big deal. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. Now you say kids they have to eat. Transportation is a challenge because it's your budget, and you use up a significant amount of your budget to bring these students from all over. All over. How do you get? What's your source of funding? How do you get funds to do what you do?
Couple of different areas. When I first started, I funded it myself. And I called upon Juan and some wonderful other people. And I said, hey, I hope y'all bored, because I had this vision in the middle of the night. And I just, I had limited funds. I said, I'm just going to ask everyone. I told all my Facebook friends, Instagram friends, and I have a lot of celebrity clients that come into my business. So I sent them a little email just in case, But my job is to open the doors. My job is to just cater the food, to talk. And God provides. He sends what I need. And it comes from the strangest places. It'll come from rappers. It'll come from city officers who've denied me permits multiple times. It'll come from exes. You want to apologize to me? Send your girl a donation. That's the only apologies, because you're already forgiven. But if you just want to put a little icing on the cake,
donate.
The word says a servant is worthy of their hire. And I serve everywhere I go. So I go in places looking to. Because I serve everywhere I go in places looking to receive. Somebody's got something for me. Either favor, a blessing, a donation, something. Because if I got big girl problems, I want big girl blessings. I look everywhere. I'll go in a restaurant and they'll greet me at the door. I said, wow. I say, isn't it wonderful that y'all have set a place for me? Before I even get here, there's a booth waiting, cooks already in the back. It's something about a place being set. Christ said, I'm going to go and prepare a place for you. Did you have to do anything? No.
So you mentioned like the city officials and donations. There's a clip that I saw, and where were you at the was it Chamber of Commerce? Where were you?
Oh, I was at City Hall.
City Hall.
Yes.
Right. You were at City Hall. And speaking with tell us about that experience and the individual, the man that you were speaking with and what you were requesting on for your endeavors.
Sure. Well, I was standing in line because I was requesting for 200 gift cards to MARTA because I need these kids to get to work. I found them jobs, but they got to get there. And I don't care if I have to drive them. You know, Juan, I put some in your car one time. You know,
Yes.
I'm gonna get them there. But we live in such a beautiful city of entrepreneurs. I should be able to get 200 gift cards for MARTA. So I just went to ask in a room full of people who were asking for other things. That didn't deter me. Even the interviewer asked, he said, what makes you think just because you want it, that you're gonna get it?
Yeah, that's what he said.
That's what he said. Can you believe he said his mama heard him say? He asked the right one. See, now I got to take you there, sir. My job is to make my petition known, to tell him what I want. Call him up. My granny used to sing that. Call him up. Tell him what you want. What's the worst he could say? Not right now. So I asked for 200 and I got 31. But the rest gonna come. Now he got to now 400 got to come because you didn't do it when God said to do it. They didn't give it when God. I wouldn't have went down there on my work day. My steps are ordered. So I let that interviewer know I'm here to just talk to a man about a horse, some horsepower in these MARTA buses. I'm here for some teens. I found them jobs. Why would God give me the jobs for them and not provide a vessel to
transport them?
He's not a God to give you an issue and say, here's a tissue. There's a key to every lock he got. And I'm there to keep knocking on doors, whatever I got to do. What is a no? What is a no? So he had the interviewer, I think he got the point. After I'm a little animated, so I try to really soften it up for people who are not African Americans, just in case, they're not used to I don't want to be aggressive. And I know people call it passionate, but I'm on a mission. And the word says, I'm the salt of the earth, not the sugar. I didn't come to give you a sweet word today. I came for 200 gift cards, sir. So either you're going to help me get them or you're going to step aside, sir.
That is how it's done.
Passion and purpose.
That is how it's done. And practice.
Yes, I'll be sugar one day for who I need to be sugar.
But right now.
Right now you're sugar on this show.
I just want to be sugar on this show. I like that. Because women, we want to be soft.
You are who you need to be when you need to be.
Come on now. He said, I became all things. So I be whatever. I stir up every gift. If I need to soften it up, I do have that gift. And I know sometimes I talk in slang because I get so anxious about the word. I'm a single woman. The word says I'm supposed to be anxious to talk about the word. I was telling people today, my hands get to shaking and my eyes get to, and I get a little animated. It's just, I'm anxious. My body want to get it all out at one time. So I can be multiple things. I can be calm. I can be passionate. But when my daddy send me somewhere, see, I'm from the old school generation. When your parents send you somewhere for something, you better come home with it.
Yeah.
Or else. Daddy say, or else. What did he say to the fig tree? Are you just trying to be pretty with leaves? I need fruit. A fig tree grows leaves and fruit together. What's wrong with you, tree?
No fruit.
And I came, and you had not farmers and not people. Jesus came and was hungry, and you wasn't ready? You think I'm not going to be ready when Daddy say where the fruit at? Juan, why did you call me to be on here tonight? Because now I got to take it there. If you only have leaves and no fruit, that's called decoration. What's decoration to Jesus? He'll spit you out.
It's fruitless.
He'll shrivel you up. Now he got to prune you. Now he got to make you produce fruit. You ever been in a position where you need fruit and you ain't got it? You need money and you ain't got it? See, now he got to shrivel you up, prune you back. Because when you have the opportunity, come on, Israel, you had the opportunity to produce fruit. And what did you do? So yeah, I ask, because I don't know how many opportunities I'm going to have to produce fruit. So I take advantage of every single one. I'm sorry. It was soft for a minute. Get back. I'm seeing that tree. How dare you not be ready when Jesus asked? Your parents teach you early.
That's good, Tiff. Just even that part right there, you talked about your mission, and then how you just ended there, like every opportunity you get, because you don't know how many more you're gonna get.
You don't know.
And I think that's a major principle that this generation is missing.
Yes.
I know I'll share this. That my dad used to always say, my dad's very, just wherever he goes, he's dressed from the head to toe. And growing up, I used to think he was so materialistic. I would push back. I don't want to wear that. I want to wear what I want to wear, And he said to me one time, he was like, Juan, sometimes your first impression is your only impression.
Yes.
Sometimes your first impression is your last. You never know who you're going to encounter when you're given an opportunity. And it shifted my whole, as I got older and matured, it shifted my whole,
it's
so
true.
that's definitely a principle. We don't know.
You don't know. And that's the beauty about it. Because if you did know, what would we do? Try to be ready real quick. No, you're on a journey with the Lord. And he's long-winded. So you always got to be ready. I stay ready to talk about it in the line at the post office. And I don't wear much makeup. People send me emails all the time saying, oh, you should let me do you. Why? When once I say Jesus, tears going to come falling down my face and mess it all up. I have to always be ready. It's hard to keep friends. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't fornicate, I don't cheat, I don't do all these things. Why? He asked me to be sober-minded all the time. Juan, why you call me on here? He asked Tiffany to be sober-minded all the time. Because I got to be ready for you to ask me, what is it about you, Tiffany, that kept you in business so long, Tiffany? What is it about you, Tiffany, that divorce didn't break you, Tiffany? What is it about you that you can raise your child as a single mother and run a business and deal with your trauma and heal and worship? What is it about? I got to be ready to say, let me tell you about a man I know who said, if I give you a tree, will you produce? Now you hang up. Now y'all go now. I don't know what time this show ends, but he said, I gave you a tree. Can you produce now? What else you need? If I can get the monkey off your back, you could at least unbig your back. Hit the gym. You talking about a man hurt you or a woman hurt you, or you don't have enough money or you don't have a house you want. Okay, I provided for you now. What can you do for me? Can you produce fruit now? See, it's time for meat. Milk is over. I want to produce every day, every time. No stone left unturned.
Yeah.
I'm having church over here. A hymn is going on in my. I hear a song playing. I see my granny over there with a white hat on and gloves watching me, making sure that I'm not off task in ministry. So you have to excuse me if I take pauses or if I jump from here to there. I got a song playing that says, "Oh, what peace we forfeit. Oh, what heavy loads we bear. Undeserving issues. All because we won't do what? Take it to the Lord in prayer.
Take it to the Lord in prayer.
Mhm.
And that's playing in my head. I got to keep the word on my mind, on my tongue. Why? Because Tiffany tried to creep in there. I have no room for Tiffany. Tiffany must die. Now, I'm sorry. What was another question? Because that's a whole nother podcast. When you have to die to your purpose.
Look, you about to have me start another one because we had this conversation for real.
Yeah, either you're gonna let
anything.
I'm listening. I'm listening. You know, it's quite an intriguing conversation, and you know, it's a powerful conversation. If if I should say, and just listening and just enjoying, Tiffany's presence on our show and the different perspective and dimension that she's bringing to us. This show we normally have male guests.
Really?
So, yeah, that's normally the case.
Okay.
So that one would bring you on here, he must know that we needed a new perspective, a new look, and that's what we're getting tonight, and a good look at that. So we really appreciate you, and you have another business that you've been doing for quite some time as well, and it's called the PH, the Pink Hotel.
Yes.
Can you share a little bit about what you do, what the Pink Hotel is all about?
Sure. The Pink Hotel is a 10,000 square foot party facility. It's in Atlanta. And we host everything from girls' birthday parties to ladies' luncheons. We even have a man cave for the men to come. Because all are welcome. And when they come through them doors, they're getting this word, right?
Yes, they are.
Sometimes I want to stop it because everybody say God, but they really don't want to hear you say Jesus. How you gonna skip over? So sometimes it affects business. Business would boom, boom, boom when I was just saying God. I wasn't even thinking about it. I'm thinking God, Jesus. Hey, everybody know, but when you say Jesus, your money can get a little funny. Kind of reminds me of Paul. Paul was an entrepreneur. He was a tent maker. And he said, every time I talk about God, they lock me up. They don't buy my tents. I lose friends. Do you want me to stop talking about him? See, you got to have that kind of relationship where you can say, Daddy, I kind of want to pause on being a Christian for a minute. Can you talk to him like that? Paul said, do you want me to stop talking about you because they keep locking me up? I got a business to run. He said, no, you keep talking about me. I'll send you who you need.
Yeah.
Why would I worry about my business one day? He sends me what I need. Sometimes he have me check to check. That means more time for ministry. Come on. If your money ain't there, that means it's time to sow. It's time to help somebody else. And then when he gives me abundance, I'm still sowing. Why? Because I know what it's like to not have it. But I'm great in all areas. I'm great check to check. I'm great in abundance. I'm great when the phone don't ring. I'm great when I'm heartbroken and can't really put my all into it. All things. I can be in any state. And I thank you, Lord, right now in the name of Jesus. Any state. I'm still in his tower of protection in every state.
Mm-hmm.
I don't worry about a thing. When I do start to worry, I say, Lord, you are Lord. You are Lord over my money, my home, my son, my business. That's yours. What you want to do with it, Lord? And you know what he do with things when his name on it. Come on now, the blood still work.
Yeah.
He found it. When you think he gonna give me a platform, you think Dr. Stephenson, he gonna give you a podcast one? You think he gonna give you a consulting company and put his name on it and make a fool? He said, my word won't return void. You better get his name on you. Inmate number 74237. Paul said, I'm a prisoner. Oh, Lord. He said, God, tell me where to go, what to do, when to eat. I'm a prisoner. And guess what? It's by choice.
Yeah.
A prisoner by choice. But guess what else? A prisoner eat 3 times. Y'all better log me off. Because a prisoner still eats 3 meals a day plus snacks. A prisoner has a roof, medical, education.
Provisions.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now, I volunteer.
No, we're bridging generations, voices of men. We are having a powerful conversation with Tiffany Young, CEO and founder of Learning University. What's the next
Entrepreneur
one?
University, the Pink
Entrepreneur
Hotel.
University, where they do learning is the game, right?
Yes.
And skills and all that wonderful stuff. We have come on, one, help me out here. We have PH Hotel.
Pink Hotel.
Yes.
And
Entrepreneur University.
And what else?
wherever he blow me next.
Mm-hmm.
Now
this
I'm
motivational speaker.
Motivational speaker.
She, there's not a crying eye, tears of joy, but there's not like just sorrow, wherever she goes, as you can see,
and glory teller. Yes. And she did talk to us about that, and and all that good stuff. So, we how can if someone wants to participate, become one of your student?
Sure.
Yeah. How can they participate?
Yes. They can go to the website, which is theuniversity.org, and they can register there. Professors, which are small business owners, they can go there and register to speak to the teens, and also to sign up as a location where we can take our teens to. So it's very easy. All you have to do is knock.
Yeah.
What do you say? Knock and
shall be open.
I've never turned down anybody who knocked.
Right.
Even in my business, you can't afford a party, but you knocked. What you do on Wednesday? I do free parties on Wednesdays for those who can't afford a regular party. I take the birthday girls. It's maybe 12, 14 kids. They don't know each other, but because they can't have their own they come and have whatever you need. That's my ministry in my business. I serve everywhere I go. So yes,
and the Pink Hotel is state of the art. Like it is phenomenal. It really is. So and I have to add this. Even when we have the sessions and the courses, there's a studio downstairs. There's a runway. So they get access to all of this. There's a kitchen, stoves, ovens, just this whole setup. So it's phenomenal, man.
Wow. Yeah, I was thinking, what about the teachers? Where do they, how do you solicit for teachers? Of course, they're volunteers, I would imagine.
Well, they are, when you say teacher, you mean the professors?
Yes.
I call them professors. They are small business owners just throughout Atlanta. Anyone who has 30 minutes to speak to some teens. It started off by me putting up a post that said, I get about 60,000 hits on my website every month. And if you volunteer to talk to some teens, I'll put your business on my website, no charge. And I got a flood that way. I have a lot of friends who have small businesses. I just let people, you know what? I just ask, will you? Can you? Do you have the time? And some say yes, and they all say yes. Come on now, I'm not even gonna be humble about it. Why would they not?
There's no.
There's no. I like him, Juan. We gotta keep him. There's no. There's no in Christ. Come on, I will go back in the circle all over again. There's no in Christ. Everybody know what they should be doing. So I just give them a little boost. Come on, we need a boost sometime. We need to plant a seed sometimes, okay? But yes, they come and they help the teens and we'll go to their business. It's a great time. I feel
Yeah,
it's a mutual benefit.
yeah, I've been on a couple of them. We've gone actually on site when we were talking about real estate,
Mm-hmm.
and purchasing, selling houses, and we went on site to some model homes and got walkthroughs with agents, and from start to finish, what it looks like when they're constructing it, when they're building subdivisions, all of that.
Yeah. It's amazing. You can have your real estate license at 18. Did you know that you can be making six figures at 18?
For
So,
full disclosure, Tiffany, I've been
yeah.
a real estate broker since 1990 something.
Yes,
I've
yes,
been a broker.
So
Real
you
estate
already know.
for some
yes,
time.
But imagine if you were ready at 14. Imagine if you were being trained from 14 to 18, and when that time came, if you could go back, what mistakes would you possibly have avoided? Imagine starting your wealth that early. I was working at 14. I was paying the water bill at 14 and whatever else my mama needed. And it did something for me. It made me hungry. It made me want it.
yeah,
They trained up a child. So when I went to college, I was sitting here like, I already know what I want to do with my life. Professor, hurry up and finish. Hurry up and get me across that. Let me walk and get my paper. So it's to prepare them. I want them to see what real estate is like. And they were amazed. A lot of them have never even lived in a home.
yes,
Wow.
So to see bricks and gourmet kitchens, that's what we need. We need shock factor. I got a donation the other day from one of my celebrity clients. I rejected it because you give a donation every year. I want your face now. I want them to see you now. I want you to pop up at a meeting. Pop up while they working. See, now, Jesus, Lord, now your money ain't no good. And a nonprofit don't turn down money. No, I want to, God said it's time for you to be pruned a little bit. Money will no longer suffice. They need to see your face, somebody who raps to them, somebody who music they buy, that they try to look like on social media. I need you to pop up and say, good job. I couldn't get that commitment, but I also didn't take that money because I know what God told me to do. And what's $5,000 when you need 500,000? You got to be willing to walk away from the crumbs. I need 500,000. You don't want to show up? Keep your 5. Somebody else he gonna get somebody else to do it. If I don't know nothing else, if you're trying to live right, the word says, I've never seen the righteous forsaken
or seed begging bread.
We ain't have to beg yet. I know my steps are ordered, and I need your face because I'm losing my boys. I'm in a pink place trying to teach them about business. I need my boys to see who they look up to. I'm a woman. I'm mama. You know how a boy needs something other than a woman, a mama. He needs that male influence. And just somebody coming for 3 minutes saying, hey, good job, man. Stay in school, keep working.
What's the frequency of the sessions or classes or training? What does it look like?
Sure. Well, the classes are usually 30 minutes long. Then we have breaks. Then I let them enjoy the activities at the Pink Hotel. And that's when we have our in-house sessions. Okay. And then we go in the field where we'll go to a factory or we'll go to a construction site and they'll get the hands-on experience. They really love those. You know, those are the more costly ones because you have to transport everybody. Right. Yes. But he always makes a way. And I haven't been in lack.
In terms of a scheduling, is there certain days of the week?
Yes. Most of the in-house is on Fridays.
Fridays?
And then most of the field operations are on Sundays. Those are the 2 days that my business allows time for me to fully devote my attention.
Fridays and Sundays.
Mhm.
So what about throughout the year? Like, is it every quarter, every 3 months? Like how the like each cohort and group, how often does it do they meet and they come back?
Sure. When I'm doing a lot of the funding, it's mostly just 3 months summer. Because I can dedicate my building, my time, all of that during that time. But I want it to be every season. We don't want to miss these kids.
Yeah.
You know how kids are. You touch them one time, they want you to touch them again. They want to feel that love continue. So that's where the donations are going to have to come in at, because to operate this, it's not cheap.
I can imagine. I head up a nonprofit organization myself, Global Humanity Network, and of course, the number one problem for most nonprofit is funding, right?
Yes.
I mean, for businesses in general, and especially for nonprofits. So I understand why it is a concern. Where to get your next dollar from? Of course, what can you do without it, right?
Sure.
Not much.
You can prepare.
You can
That's
prepare.
all you can do.
Yeah.
But see, nothing will stop me. See, kids, you just got to show up for kids. You don't have to do nothing fancy. I show up. I don't care if we're all sitting around eating Skittles from Target. I'm going to talk to them about their dreams and their life. And that's a whole session. And I will do that before I do nothing.
Yeah, and talking about that, what about the parental support for the students, or how engaged are the parents?
It's tough. I personally, I like to go, I consider the parents red tape. Because if a mama don't feel like getting out the bed that day to bring them, the kid may not come. If dad say you went last weekend and I don't feel like driving you may not come. So I try to make it as easy on the parents as possible by getting the kids. A lot of parents are working 2-3 jobs. They don't have the time. And also, it takes energy to be a really good parent. You have to be mentally stable.
Yeah,
Imagine working 3 jobs, and Cinnamon Toast Crunch is $6, $7, $8 now. So groceries are high. You have all that pressure. You're still dealing with childhood trauma. Most of them are doing it by themselves. When you get home, the last thing you want to do is hear anything your kid need. So
and then have to transport them. Yeah.
Now you're talking gas.
Yeah.
Now you're talking, they didn't even clean their room up and they trying to go somewhere. Now you're talking all these factors that's keeping them from. I don't do that. That's why I go get them. I don't. Parents have enough already, and I thank God that He gave me one child, because it allows me a little bit more freedom to help other people's children.
Yeah.
He don't give you more than you can bear.
Right. So true.
And I love my son. He's an AB student. I've never had to sit down and do homework with him. I told him what my mama told me. You better get it while you at school. She didn't have time to sit down with me and say, what's 7 times 7? She said, if you listen, the teacher doing her job. And God covers me. He makes sure my boy gets it so I can help somebody else's kids. So I try to go around the parent as much as I can. Then you have parents who do have the time and the resources. They help transport the kids to. We all work together. This village be chucking every chucking.
You said it. You had one doing transport and one.
Yeah, I did.
So,
and anybody who has wheels, I partner with Gwinnett, CarMax Gwinnett, because these kids are 16, 17, 18. Why aren't they driving? Why don't they have cars? In my day, I was 14 with a permit, begging my parents, can we go to the parking lot just for me to practice.
Yeah.
But that desire is gone for these teens. They don't want to drive.
And what about school? The traditional school for these
Mhm.
kids? How are they with school? The ones that are coming to university?
Sure. Well, we check their grades. My main objective is to improve where they are. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't have a requirement of a certain GPA. It's just
Mm-hmm.
you show me your report card when you start, and we want to get you up from there.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them struggle in school because if you struggle at home,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna struggle
You
in
struggle
school.
in school. Absolutely. Yeah.
So and home is the place where a lot of times we can't fix home.
Hmm.
I think about when I was a kid living in the projects. It's called a project for a reason. They wanted to see if they took away our basic needs, if they took that off of our shoulders, if they gave us a free place to live, food stamps, clothes, if they gave us this, it's a project. They're gonna try this project. Can we have a better life? And in my day, it worked. My mama, it got her on her feet, got her ready. Nowadays, there's all these projects in place for these kids to win. It's not working.
Yeah.
Kids need love, and they need love beyond their mistakes. Who's doing that? Who's still loving these kids after they break in 2 cars and get a felony? And they're 15, 16. Their people are giving up. So I go outside the home. I can't, I don't do obstacles well. I try to teach them a trade early so that they can decide how their money works. You can cut
Yes.
grass. I'll buy you a lawnmower. I hadn't bought lawnmowers. I hadn't bought t-shirt machines, $140, Amazon. Kids are printing t-shirts out their home and selling them at school. They're cutting grass with a used lawnmower I bought. Whatever they need. I want them to get out of the mindset of my parents or my school, my environment. And I want them to say, my hands, my God, my purpose, early.
Mm-hmm. I think this is a good time for us to take a quick break. We are having conversation with Miss Tiffany Young and talking about our young folks.
Yes.
And their needs, and how she
Yes.
and her organization is, entrepreneurial university is making a huge difference in their lives. And that's the conversation we're having here, and it's quite a conversation. And if you're out there listening and watching, and will watch the replay of this program, just get in touch with Tiffany on her website, and we will post the link in the caption, because the work she's doing is awesome, powerful work, and it's making a huge difference where it needs to make a difference.
Yes.
In our younger generation, teaching them skills that they can use and become better citizens, more productive. So if you have better citizens, what do you have? You have better communities, right?
Yes.
So, and that's
That
what it's
part.
all about. So you're watching Bridging Generations, Voices of Men. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back for our last segment and get back on conversation. All right, so let's take that break.
A collision with purpose. In pursuit of purpose.
caught up in that music there for a minute. Right. Welcome back. Welcome back. I had that head going, the head popping. Welcome back. Tiffany is off screen, but she'll be coming back. We're having conversations with, Miss Tiffany Young, CEO and founder of Entrepreneur University and the Pink Hotel. And Juan, you're a board member. You're a board member at the university. What's been your experience like there, Juan, as a board member?
Man, it's definitely been rewarding and refreshing. Much of my work I do anyway is about, what I say, educate, equip, and empower. And that's what it is every time. Even when it's just us sitting around the table, in a strategy and planning meeting, or if we're actually on campus, on site, and seeing these teens meet in these rooms and just learn a trade and a skill. I'm so grateful for the invitation some years ago. Because I believe in this mission. I believe in this vision. I do believe that the 4 year is not for everybody. People want to go straight into the workforce. And we know now just from research that a lot of the employers are kind of disappointed because they're seeing that a lot of the graduates are coming out lacking just soft skills, hard skills. And so through the Entrepreneur University, they get a chance, like she said early on, firsthand experience. So they're ready to go into the workforce, to go into college, to whatever it is, they are marketable.
Yes. Something I want to hit on that you said, Juan, the 2 to 4 year experience is not for everybody. This may be the only university that they may ever experience, and if that's the case, then we need a cafeteria.
Yeah.
We need a football team. We need a campus.
We need a campus.
We need come on. Come on. We need a
Y'all
campus.
hear that? We need a campus.
Yes, we need a see, right now we're using the churches everywhere. So we're using my building, we're using restaurants, we're using all these things, but eventually we're gonna need a building where there's a broken down car that stays inside that the mechanics come in and just keep fixing. We need a cafeteria where the students are working and prepping and making cutting vegetables, and we need a garden. We need a yard where they can hang out.
A garden, yes.
We need a now. I hope I don't disturb anybody, but we need a type of sorority, fraternity that praises God. We need that too. They need to have the full experience, because this may be the only college experience they have. And I think we need to put their pictures on the wall when they graduate. Name halls after.
Yeah.
And then they become professors. What college can you go to and you immediately, when you graduate, become a professor? And you can teach.
Who's better to teach it, right?
Come on, when you've been through it. Come on, freely you were given. That might be a clause I might add to every student when you graduate.
Yeah, we like to have that give back component, right?
Absolutely.
As you receive.
Absolutely.
And that give back component is so important. So important. Tiffany, you're doing such great work there. And I know from this broadcast, you'll get some students, but you'll also get some professors.
All right.
Yes.
You'll also get some professors. I for one will be making some suggestions.
Woohoo!
Make some recommendations to people I know who are doing the kind of work that you are showcasing and that you're presenting to the students there. So, and I also know some individuals who need the service that you provide as well. So some suggestions will be made.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that, and they'll be in good hands, whoever you send.
They'll be in good hands.
And I'll just be as gentle as a lamb. They won't even get all of it. I'm just gonna say, thank you so much for coming. Sure, let me show you around. And then, but
let me ask you this, as because we're getting closer to time, but I want to ask you. So of course, going back, we're talking about building legacy and the impact of entrepreneurship. What legacy do you hope to leave for the next generation of entrepreneurs?
Wow. Well, my desire and what I pray about is I feel that Entrepreneur University needs to be in every city, every state. Anywhere you have an entrepreneur, there should be an Entrepreneur University. Anywhere you have teens, there should be an Entrepreneur University. And it can go all over the country, all over the world. That's the legacy I want to leave, because you don't have to be. I was never a student. I was a B, C, sometimes D, every once in a while F, but I got a G. And the thing about God is he evens the playing field. What you don't have, he gives you. He either gives it to you or he covers you until you get it. So it's got to expand. And we can do it as minorities, entrepreneurs. It don't have to stop with this generation. It should keep going and going and going, because people are going to always start businesses. And teens are going to always need direction.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And that is a legacy to leave, right?
Yes.
As a legacy. So we're expecting that your university will be popping up in different localities in the state of Georgia and outside Georgia.
Yes.
That is the expectation. That's what you're building, and that's what will happen.
Yes. Because if you can hear about a war in a country you ain't never been to, you can hear about what God is doing in this country over there.
Yeah.
I'm talking schools, Juan.
Yeah.
I'm talking when you build a hospital, you build a school. When you dig tunnels for water, you put a school near the water. It should go hand in hand.
Yeah.
This word has to reach. We got to be able to send a word. I need to be able to make a phone call and stuff happen for these kids over in California, over in Zimbabwe. It's got to get there. I told my mama today, I know what God gonna do. He gonna send it, because he wouldn't have given me this without a way to make it happen. And it's all I want. I don't have a need. He supplied it. He supplied every need I've got. My mama living, my son healthy, and I got a roof. Notice I didn't say I got a business. I'm the business. Tiffany is the sauce. I can do this anywhere. I have everything I need. And he supplied. So yes, that's the vision. That's the legacy.
That's the legacy. And I said earlier, that's quite a legacy. A legacy that is less about you and more about the people that you're impacting and changing forever is a legacy worth building, indeed. So I commend you for the work you're doing there, and I also encourage you to continue doing it.
Thank
There's
you so much.
opportunity to be tired.
Yeah. Well, we can't rest. We can't rest now. We can't rest now, Juan.
No.
We just getting started. He said you're to do more works than Jesus did. We
got to work while it's still light outside.
Come on. If he gives you a morning, what are you going to do with it? If he gives you another day, he could have left you in yesterday. He could have. But he said, no, I'm going to give Juan another day.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lord. I'm going to give Dr. Stephenson one more day, 10 more days, 5 more years. So I take advantage of every morning, every day.
So I like that question. If he gives you a morning, what are you going to do?
What you going to do?
What you going to do with it? And if he give you a wife, what you going to do with her?
What you going to do? You know,
Now you gotta log off.
we're hearing from Hilda Hibbert, and she said so very positive and inspirational, and she's coming all the way from Jamaica.
All right, Jamaica, I'm on everything Irene.
Messages from Jamaica.
International.
Hi, Hilda. Thanks for joining us.
All the way from Jamaica. It reaches.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing but the Holy Spirit and me talking to the Holy Spirit and her.
Mm.
And if it can reach Jamaica, it can reach everywhere.
Yep. We didn't talk about the international component of what you're building, huh?
Oh, it's gonna take a team. It's gonna take a team, but that's what makes it even better.
Absolutely.
If I could do it why would he even let me do it by myself?
Right.
Come on, why that gives the enemy ammunition. I don't want to do it by myself. I don't even want the credit now. One of my teens said to me, they said, Miss Tiffany, you famous. I don't want to be famous. I want the word to be famous. I'm crucified for being a regular person. Why would I want to be crucified on a platform?
Yeah.
I want a team. We need a team. God gonna do it. That's why I don't worry about it. He said you can start small. Don't despise them small beginnings.
Nope.
They're the best kind.
In Jamaica, we say we're little but with talawa.
Oh, I like that. Say that talawa.
We're little but with talawa, right? And so small but powerful, right?
Mighty.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
To get it done.
Yes, it's not given to the swift. I don't want that race, because that means I got to use my own power to try to hurry up and get it done. I want to endure. I want him to tell this story. Take your time, Jesus. Tell this story how you want. Give me plot, theme, climax, resolution. I want all the chapters. I don't want to skip him. See, a lot of people want to skip the hard part of business. God said, why you want to skip me? He said, I'm my best when you. He said, I do my best work when you in a tight spot. Why are you trying to skip the tight spot? You don't want to see me? Ooh.
Strength is made perfect.
You don't want to see me perfect today? Oh, because you want to keep your time and your houses and your money and your extra money. And you want to get some glory. No, don't skip me. I'm where it's at. I'm the goose. I'm the golden goose. I don't want to skip you no more. Skipping, you're going to have to come right back to.
Yep.
I know it ain't no entrepreneurs in the room who want to skip around some hard times. Entrepreneurs don't want to come back to the same. They want to check it off Don't skip him. Go through the hard part. We need a team, whatever that takes. We need the funds, whatever that takes. All of that.
Well, what is the most needed skills that you need? That skills that you see that you'd like to have, but you're not as accessible to you?
Needed skills that I need for the entrepreneur university,
for the students that are not easily accessible, but you like to have them.
I want to make sure I understand your question. Are you saying skills that they need to learn, or
professors will bring to the students?
Oh, okay. Yes. Thank you so much for clearing that up. Well, I think that I know what I think they need. They need to learn their hands, mechanics. We need mechanics. We need landscapers. Yeah. We need barbers.
In mechanics.
Yes, we need things that you can be certified to do without a college degree.
Okay.
And I need
HVAC, heating, yeah.
So
yes, electrician. You know, you can
HVAC.
Yes.
Welding.
Plumber.
Yes, appliance repair.
Yeah.
All those things. I need something that you can do, no matter what record, no matter what degree you don't have. I need something that you can go and say, hey, I know how to do this. I'm skipping the red tape.
Yeah.
Because we're born in red tape. We're born in red tape. We're born in the hole.
Yeah.
I don't know about you all, but there was no rich uncle. And there was no 40 acres and mules waiting for me. I had to dig it out the mud. And I'm teaching them to dig. This is your mud. No, you may didn't choose it, but we're going to still make something with it.
Just got an idea. You said digging out the mud. You know what would be a good trinket to give them once they complete something, or when they come on, like a little shovel. It could be
Yes.
on a chain, a charm, or a keychain. But this the little shovel,
I
and it
love
may
it.
have like the logo, the EU logo on it,
Yeah,
or a green handle. But yeah, that shovel. I think
you got
that's
it out the mud. Come on now. We were brought over here to dig in the mud.
Mm.
They brought us here because who could mess with this Georgia clay? Who could cultivate it? Oh, they got that clay over there in Africa. So they brought us here to cultivate, to dig, to play in the mud, to make something in the mud. Come on now, let's not forget why we're here. We're here to dig. It goes, that's a whole nother podcast, but we got our ancestors want us to dig. They dug. Now we just digging in a different type of field. HVAC, electricians, mechanics. We gotta dig.
Plumbing.
Plumbing,
yeah.
Mm.
landscaping, cooking.
And those are all good paying trades that
Yes.
required mandatory trades. They build all these homes, and those are trades that are in great demand, right?
Yes.
Great demand,
You
Yeah.
can go door
lucrative.
to door
Yeah,
with that.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
can you can say, "Hey, I saw your grass while I was cutting the neighbor's grass."
Mm-hmm.
Or, "Hey, I was wanting to give you my card just in case you have any issues with your plumbing. I live not too far.
Mm.
And I'm pretty reasonable because I'm just starting out." That's how you dig.
Mm-hmm.
And then just say, "God, can you touch it?"
I like what you're doing. I am affiliated with a general contractor firm.
Come on.
And
Of
talk to
course you are.
my partners and see how we can, support what you're doing, because we believe in what you're doing. We know
Yes.
what is lacking out there. We
Yes.
know what is
Yeah.
lacking out there in
Yeah.
our communities. We
Come on.
need more skilled people,
Mm.
more skilled people to do what to do the work.
Yeah.
It's all about building communities, right?
That's what it is.
Absolutely.
But you cannot have healthy communities until you have healthy members of the
Yeah.
community.
Yes. Yes.
What
Yes.
you're
Yes.
doing is targeting that problem.
Yes.
You've come up with a solution, and it's all about training, getting them ready, get these young folks ready, get them out
Yeah.
there to become productive members.
With no excuses. I don't want them to have no excuses.
No excuses.
Nope. Their hands. And you have to excuse my little, I don't know how to dance, but that's my, I don't know how to dance. That's okay. I know I can dance like David. I may not know.
Undignified.
Come on now, I don't know no club dance, but
You seem to be a dancer in that chair.
yes, that's because I have joy on
I
the
saw you.
inside.
I saw you bopping the head, your head,
Yes,
and you play that music.
yeah. I told you it's going on in my hip. I have joy. It's going to come out. It may be a song, it may be a dance.
It's needed.
Yeah.
It's definitely needed.
Important work you're doing. Important work, and we need more of your university, entrepreneur university, to pop up everywhere.
Yes.
Everywhere. The needs are so great,
Yes.
so
Yes.
great, and not everyone is gonna go into school and excel in academics and do that. Not everyone is, and so many students are graduating with degrees and can't find any work.
Oh yes.
Having skills, being able to use your hands to is important, very important. And
Yes.
in many ways is a better guarantor that you'll have work.
Yes.
Yeah,
We want a guarantee.
yeah.
A purpose is guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
Everything
Yes.
else can sift through the cracks,
Mm-hmm.
but a purpose is guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I've got a college degree, but guess what? I know how to cook a meal for 60 people at $35 a plate.
Mm-hmm.
It's why not? Why not? That's another opportunity to produce fruit.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
We've been talking mostly about Entrepreneur University. Well, let's take it out and just share some more about Pink Hotel.
Okay.
You have not said much about Pink Hotel. One said it's the spot, it's the place.
It is.
Oh, Juan, if you want a party for your daughter, just say so. Okay, you got it.
I do have to bring her to the Pink Hotel. Matter of
You
fact, yes.
do. Yes.
Yes. We will be coming this summer. I want her to see the Pink Hotel. Yes.
Yes. But
Mhm.
Juan is right. It is the place to be.
Mhm.
Because he said your purpose will be. It'll have everything you need. It is the place to be. And I love it. I want every little girl to feel all the feels, of being girly, being feminine, being a woman, because life is coming.
Mhm.
I want her to have that self-esteem now. Because that's really what it is. It's a party facility, but it's really a self-esteem hub.
Yeah.
You've each room has a different theme. I want you to be excited to go in here and wait till you turn this corner. I want shock factor. People need to see shock factor. They need to see what believers can do. Take the business out of it. They need to see what a Black woman who
Mhm.
follows the Lord can do. What is your fruit, Tiffany? I don't have to be Disney or Legoland. I'm Tiffany. I've got Jesus. He evens the playing field. So when
Yeah.
you come in here, you're gonna get you. I love Disney, but what I do with your daughter, she'll never forget. You take her to Disney, she's gonna want to go to. Now they want to go to St. Lucia. Kids want to take trips and vacations and cruises now. But what I do, I tell parents, I could tell you to spend all. No, you don't have to get a limo to bring them, a party bus. You don't have to have a $2,000 cake. You ain't got to have professionals come in here to decorate. What I do to her, she'll never forget. I touch the heart because this business is my heart.
Mhm.
It's my purpose all in one. And I love it. I love people. And I try to treat people right every time I get. Even when customers, you know how business is, customers get tough. They're still my customer. God sent them in here for a reason.
Mhm.
So I just love it. I love seeing their smiles. I love when they kick and scream and cry because they don't want to leave. That's really how we should be when we leave God's presence. Can't wait to anxious to get back in it. When we going back, mama? Come on. I'm supposed to look like my daddy. Don't you look like your daddy? Do you look like your earthly dad? When people see you, that's little Juan over there. He looked just like,
Yes, they do.
Dr. Stephenson. He looked just like,
We have a big amen in that one
oh
from
yes,
Leslie. From
because my
Leslie.
business should look like him.
Yeah. Yeah.
You should be touched when you come in. You should not leave the same when you leave. You should be kicking and screaming. I like when they fall out,
They
crying,
don't
Mama,
want to leave.
I don't want to. I'm serious about this thing. I know I'm animated, but don't let that fool people. This you're supposed to see God when you come in my place. Experience Him. That's my goal, and I can't say that all the time because you scare your customers away when you say God too much. But when you come to me, I work every party. Why? I gotta make sure that what I'm selling is portrayed.
Yeah.
My off days are Monday through Thursday. My week, I'm passionate about it. I love it. I'd do it for free. I asked God, I said, God, I want to marry well because I just want to talk about you all day. But I got these bills. Can you work on the bills, Lord? Because when you building something, you get bills. You get debt. You get exhausted. I just want to cook, clean. He said, no, it's not time, lamb. It's lion season. And it's going to come for me. And when it's my turn, you better get me now while I'm talking. Because I'm just going to be serving. I'm just going to be submitting. I can't wait. I love the word submission. It's a turn on for me. If I can't submit to my man, I'm not attracted. Tell me what to do. Tell me to put my laptop up. Tell me what you want for dinner. I desire it. I lead at work. I don't want to lead at home. I want to follow. I want to be the lamb. Nobody goes to the lamb and with a problem. They go to the shepherd. Talk to my daddy if you got a problem with me. Talk to my man if you got a problem with me. I just want to talk about God over here and make some people smile. Anything else? What did my husband say? What? That's who I go through. You don't even get me no more. It's a time. I don't want to. I went off. Juan, you supposed to flag the little button.
I was about to say it's lion season. It's lion season.
You got me over here ranting and raving.
Yeah, well, it's the norm on this show, right? Where
we go in
within the time limit, it's not easy.
I done got warm. Hold on.
We have not done that, within that time limit, but it's okay because this is our platform, right?
Yes.
We can do that, right?
Yes.
We can do that, and and we having a conversation, and now you're talking about the Pink Hotel, and from hearing it from one, it's the place to be. If you're hosting an event, if you're having an event, that's where you want to take it. You want to take it to Pink Hotel, and I posted the link. It's on there, on in the chat. It's on the screen. So go ahead, check it out. Place to be, and I know one tell it like it is.
One tells it like it is now.
The one says the place to be. It is the place to be. And we've been talking about Entrepreneur University, and what a project you have going on there. What an organization, and the work you're doing there. What else can we say? Now we're getting real close. We've gone over time, but I think this is the perfect moment to have our closing argument. So, is there anything that you would like to say that you haven't said but need to be said?
Are you asking the viewers, or are you asking myself?
Asking you.
Oh.
Is there anything that you haven't said that you should say?
Of course. I'm always ready now. But when you said your organizations, the word organization stood out to me. Anytime we organize, it's going to work. It made me think about the Tower of Babel, how they were building, trying to climb up to heaven. And not once did God say, you can't come. He said, because you're working together, you can have what you want. I was looking to see if he said, y'all can't come. He didn't say that. He said, anytime there's unity. But he said, don't leave me out. He said, I told y'all to keep moving, but y'all want to stop and build and come up and do your own thing. But because y'all working together, I'm going to let y'all. And then they got to a certain point. He said, you can't leave me out of this. Mm-hmm. So anytime we organize, I believe God is on our side anyway. He's going to make it work because we're working together, unity. And they were doing a good job until God said, don't leave me out. And we ain't leaving him out. So it's going to work. I'm going to put his name on. I put his name on all of it. Why? I like to back him in a corner. God, this your business. What you gonna do about that bill we just got? I want to back it. My son know if I tell him something, I'm gonna do it. He'll say, Mama, but you said.
Yeah.
I say, God, but you said that if I abide in you, if I walk with you, you're gonna walk with me. So we walking down to the city. I need this permit. Because my son will say, Mama, you said we was eating out tonight. And guess what I gotta do? I gotta take him to the restaurant now. Because I said. But I know it's running out of time. I want it to because I keep going. I will. My family and friends tired of this. They tired of hearing this, you know. I got people to talk to. I went downstairs and got me an orange because I was hungry because I'm eating healthier now. He said, let your insides be just as great as your outside. And if I can go get my hair done, I can eat an orange instead of French fries. But this is where you log off now because that's a whole nother podcast.
All right.
All right, Jamaica. Where's Jamaica and mine?
One before we jump over here, what do you have to say to Tiffany before we jump out of here?
Look, I'm always just elated and excited. Even when I'm at my lowest, I'm around Tiffany and I can't stay where I am. I'm always uplifted. So I commend you. You already know this. You know how I feel about you. She's more than just a partner. She's a great friend, leader, mentor in so many ways. So you know how we roll. I'm beside you all the way through. So and you know, I will say this, you were saying this earlier, and I heard this the other day from Pastor Travis Green. He said, you know, the very thing that we're waiting for him to work out, he's already worked out. So everything you're looking to happen has already been set in place. It's already in motion.
Can you see it, Juan?
I see it. And I told you when we first sat down there, I see it. And we digging. And it's already done, and he's leading us in the way to go. So like I said, I commend you. I'm happy. And what I love the most, and it's the last thing I'll say, is that, you know, I believe that nations get better. And Dr. Stephenson said this, he touched on this earlier, when communities are better, and communities are better when households and families are better. And what you're doing, and God is allowing you to impact individuals that in turn strengthening their families, which will strengthen the communities, which will strengthen the cities and their own. So
yes, and their own. Therefore, go forth. I look, them little key words will have me on a whole 2 hours.
I know that's why I was trying to rush through it.
Thank you, Juan, so much. And you've always, I try not to call on you much, especially if I don't have the budget. So I just say, hey, we're tinkering around in the mud in Entrepreneur University if you're free, if you're bored. So I appreciate everything. And I appreciate you inviting me here to, you know, be with you guys and Dr. Stephenson. It's been more of a blessing to me. I love that I can share what I love. You know, with people who love it too.
Absolutely.
You ever been with somebody who don't have a word and you got to talk to them anyway? Isn't it hard?
What a conversation that is.
And you got to put jumper cables on somebody. You got to surge them with Jesus. Who surges you?
Yeah.
But yep, log off now.
And that is not the conversation we're having tonight. We're having a conversation with like-minded people.
Yes, that's right.
The work that we're called to do, that we're purposed to do, right?
Yes.
You know, our organization here, A Collision with Purpose, it's all about what you're doing.
Yes.
You know, it's a purpose that serves others, not just, you know, to serve us. And that's why we strive and pursue our purpose, because it's all about the work.
Yes.
We do. And I appreciate you for coming on, Tiffany, and for sharing what you do, your work, and not just sharing it, but for the impact, for what it's doing, what your work is doing out there in the world where it's needed.
Thank you.
And before I finish, let me just drop another comment on here, you know, and I didn't say it, Latoya said it.
All right, Toy.
You know, it's all inspiring, and that's what it's about. That's what that you know.
Yeah.
You are the perfect guest for us on this platform because the work you're doing. We're all about bridging generations, voices
Yes.
of, and it's about building. You know, where you say what one of our first show was about what getting rid of those shackles, right?
Yes. Shedding shackles. Yes.
And we talk about legacy as well, right? We
Yes.
talk about
Yes.
legacy. We're not building legacy for us per se. We're building
Right.
legacy to build others, to serve as examples, to show, and to make a difference. So, you know, your work that you're doing, Tiffany, I truly appreciate it. And whatever way we can support it, we will support what you're doing. And, you know, we'll have that conversation, and I believe we can provide some support there.
Well, thank you so much, and we will continue to stay in touch. And when I
Mhm.
go down to Jamaica, I'm a name drop. So, but thank you so much. And if you guys ever need anything, maybe next time I come, maybe I'll be a lamb.
Mm.
Maybe not as, and I'll still be a lion, but
Well,
Listen,
one did say we're in for it,
all right, let's do it.
but
Thank
we're
you
in.
guys so
But he
much.
also said we're in for something good,
yes.
Yes.
and
Absolutely.
that's what we
Absolutely.
got from you today.
Oh,
That's what people out there watching. That's what they receive, and we just continue to do your work. Just continue to do your work as we will do ours.
yes.
So one, can you be so kind as to take us out?
Absolutely. Well, from week to week, we are just in excited about this audience, our group, this community. We're glad to have this platform. Like Doc said, we're bridging generations. And when you've watched the playback, when you listen to it, please share your questions, your suggestions, your recommendations, or if you want to be a guest on this show, reach out and let us know because we would love to have you on. Again, as we always state, this is the platform where we are bridging generations. And I want to end it with this: that life is not a destination, it is a journey. We love you all, and we will see you again, same time, same platform next week.
Thank you, Juan. And Tiffany, can you just stay backstage for a quick minute, please, while we.
Sure.
A collision with purpose. In pursuit of purpose.